Great out there. You had a great weekend. I am finally home from Las Vegas, a journey that started on July 8th. And I apologize for a late night video for a trade that happened early afternoon, but I think I was somewhere over, I don't even know. Man, I might have been over Oklahoma City when the trade happened. Uh, and I wanted to do a video tonight and just got in early evening through Houston and here we are. So not totally surprising, not caught off guard. Certainly, I think you saw a little bit of a trend with Thunder, with the Isaiah Joe trade, Aaron Wiggins, and now Lou Dort. As far as a pecking order, when you look at their roster, I know the loud public will be saying that the second apron got Oklahoma City, just like a lot of these other teams, whether it be New York or Minnesota or Phoenix or Boston. I kind of look at it a little bit different just based on where Oklahoma City is. Yes, the second apron played a significant role with this trade as far as the ability to get under. But what I've said all along is what the second apron does, it forces you to pick and choose. It forces you to, it tells you what is your priorities on your roster and what is a luxury on your roster. And I don't want to say that Lou Dort, a guy that started for you and played a huge role in winning a championship, was a luxury. But when you look at the Thunder roster, and you look at Cason Wallace, who's rookie extension eligible, when you look at AJ Mitchell, who's extension eligible the following year, when you look at, without touching your three core players in Shea, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren, while also retaining Isaiah Hartenstein and Kenrich Williams. That is kind of the norm in this new CBA. I guess it's probably not even a new CBA because I think we're going into year 4. Would this trade have happened under the 17 CBA? I don't know. Certainly and we're going to show the graphic where Oklahoma City was on June 15th, a projected payroll of $557 million, and where they are. I'll show you to you right now. Here we go. So here's where they are and where they were. The 557, 234, if it looks similar to Boston, it's somewhat similar. 14 players under contract. As I mentioned, they basically reduced their payroll by $323 million, but they're still going to be really good. This isn't a situation like the Celtics, where they traded Porzingis, Holiday, did not bring back Al Horford, and then certainly lost Luke Cornett, 4 of their core players outside of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Derek White a year ago. They also pick up, unlike Boston that had to shed salary, they also pick up 7 seconds, and they create 3 large trade exceptions that are available to use and still go over the second apron because there are new exceptions that are used. So I think that's where Oklahoma City is. If you would say to me, let me go to the screen. Hold on. Stop share. I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured, as my wife said, I haven't had any practice here. I'm looking for a stop share button, and it's like up in the top corner. So I do think it's a little bit different than what Boston has gone through. And I know the people, or the head of the Player Association, David Kelly, will probably add this to the list of teams that have been broken up. But as I said, I really do look at this differently. If you would have told me that Chet or Jalen Williams was traded as a result, then I would have said this is now we're hitting a major problem here. As regarding the Player Association, and I know when you have new leadership, you're going to stand on the table and say what's wrong with the CBA, and the second apron is a hot topic. Okay, the second apron isn't going anywhere right now. It's like when you have change in your life, and there's an adjustment to it, you just have to deal with it. So it's not going anywhere in the next 3 years. Will it be adjusted or changed in the next collective bargaining agreement? Potentially. And I think there's options or ways to get around or amend and soften some of the rules here. I certainly have talked about adjusting the max rules instead of going 25, 30, 35, going 25, 35, 30. I think we get in trouble when we're rewarding teams or rewarding players that are older in their career, who are more on their downside of their career, or will be on the downside of their career. And I think also if we can adjust the supermax for homegrown players from a 35% cap hit to a 30% cap hit, I do think that solves some of the issues that teams have encountered here. But as I said, it does act like a hard cap, and it forces you to make tough decisions, and it forces you to prioritize as far as what is on your roster. So that is a little bit where Oklahoma City is. Here's where they are. And we're going to get to the other teams because they really do like what. Here is where they are. Let's sort of share. All right, so here's where they are roster-wise. So Shea, Case, and Wallace. I know our social media team at ESPN is pumping Jared McCain into the starting lineup, but I do think you're going to see more likely Case and Wallace. So if Shea, Case, and Wallace, Jalen Williams, Chet, Isaiah Hartenstein. Case and Wallace is rookie extension eligible up until the last day before the season. You still have Alex Caruso and AJ Mitchell and Jared McCain as your three backcourts, and then Topic and Bennett Sturts. Sorber, Henrik Williams, Ademara, and Jalen Williams is your front court with that group, and you do have an open roster spot. You're roughly $9 million below the second apron. You've got three trade exceptions: 17-8, 11-3, and 9-2. And as I said, you pick up 7 seconds for trading out those three players and saving plus $300 million here. So that is a little bit on the Thunder's side of things. Atlanta, it's interesting when you look at the league as a whole. A lot of these trades are done on partnership. A lot of these trades are done on relationships. We saw a period of time where Cleveland and Utah made trades together. This is the second time that Atlanta's made a trade with Oklahoma City. They first got Aaron Wiggins a month ago for a couple seconds, and oh my God, I have no idea. I'm getting texts at like 9:20. They got Aaron Wiggins, and now they got Lou Dort. So how the trade works from a semantic standpoint. So Dort is at 17-7. He's got $1 million in unlikely bonuses. I believe it's for first team all defense, and if the team he is on wins a championship. Those bonuses are unlikely. They count towards the apron. He is on an expiring contract. He's eligible he can be extended for an additional 3 years. I would expect Atlanta to play it out with him and not rush to do anything.